a tale unfolds, not just about love, but about the agony that comes with it, the kind of love that transcends lifetimes, bound by an ancient curse. This story, while filled with betrayal and heartbreak, takes an unexpected turn, revealing how the bonds of love are not always simple, and how redemption can emerge from the most bizarre circumstances. Nia and Amani's love began in the most joyful of ways. They were young, full of hope, and their connection felt pure and destined. Amani's proposal to Nia, made during a vibrant village celebration, was filled with emotion and promise. With a simple wooden ring, Amani knelt before Nia and asked her to marry him, swearing their love would last forever. The village rejoiced, believing they were witnessing the beginning of a love story that would stand the test of time. But beneath the surface of their happiness, darker forces were at work. Malik, Amani's estranged brother, watched the celebration from a distance, his heart heavy with envy and bitterness. He too loved Nia, though his love had always remained unspoken, simmering in the shadows. Malik's resentment toward his brother wasn't just about Nia, it was about a secret he had long held, a truth that would shatter the illusion of Amani and Nia's perfect love. Some days after the engagement, Malik confronted Amani in the dead of night. He held a letter at Amani's feet, a reminder of a betrayal Amani had hoped would stay buried. Years ago, before he truly committed to Nia, Amani had left her for another woman. He had broken Nia's heart once before, and now that old wound was about to be reopened. Amani, filled with guilt, begged his brother to let the past stay in the past. But Malik, consumed by his own bitterness, refused to let go. He was determined to reveal the truth to Nia, knowing it would destroy the love she held for Amani. Nia's world came crashing down the morning she found the letter on her doorstep. As she read the words, her hands trembled, and her heart shattered. The man she thought she knew, the love she believed was pure, had already been tainted by betrayal long before their engagement. She confronted Amani at the riverbank where they had shared so many moments of joy. Her pain was raw, her trust shattered. Amani pleaded for her forgiveness, insisting that he had changed, that his love for her now was real. But Nia couldn't shake the feeling that everything they had built was a lie. "How could you keep this from me?" she cried, her voice breaking. "I thought what we had was real." Amani, desperate, reached for her, but Nia pulled away. Trust, once broken, is not easily mended, and Nia's heart was too wounded to see past the betrayal. While Nia grappled with her heartbreak, Malik was uncovering something even more sinister. In the shadows of the forest, deep within a hidden cave, Malik stood before an ancient stone tablet covered in carvings. The symbols told a story of two lovers, bound together by a curse that had spanned centuries. Every life they lived, they found each other. Every life, the same love, the same betrayal, repeated. Nia, Amani, and Malik had all been caught in this endless cycle, their fates intertwined by forces beyond their understanding. Malik had always known, but he had never told either of them. He had lived in the shadow of their love for lifetimes, always losing Nia to his brother, always carrying the burden of unrequited love. Malik's bitterness wasn't just born from jealousy, it was the curse itself, twisting his love into something dark, something he could never escape. Now that the truth was out, Nia found herself facing a decision far more complex than simply choosing between two brothers. She stood at the riverbank, torn between Amani, the man she loved but could no longer fully trust, and Malik, the man who had loved her silently for lifetimes. But there was more at stake than just her heart. Nia had the power to break the curse. For centuries, the three of them had been bound together, repeating the same story of love and betrayal. Now, she had the chance to end the cycle. When Malik approached her, revealing the full extent of his feelings and the truth about the curse, Nia was overwhelmed. How could she love someone who had kept such a secret from her? How could she trust Amani again after what he had done? And yet, how could she not? The curse had forced them to relive their pain over and over, but in this lifetime, Nia had the power to choose differently. I won't let this curse control me anymore, she said, her voice steady despite the turmoil inside her. I choose both of you. The decision was bizarre, unimaginable. But in that moment, Nia understood that breaking the curse meant embracing the complexity of her emotions. She would not be bound by the rules of love as they had been written for her across lifetimes. Instead, she would create her own path, one that included both Amani and Malik. As Nia took both Amani and Malik's hands, the carvings in the cave began to crack and crumble. The curse that had bound them for so long was finally breaking. Love, betrayal, and jealousy had controlled their fates for centuries, but Nia's choice to embrace both of them shattered the ancient spell. Nia, Amani, and Malik stood together by the riverbank. The weight of their past lives lifted from their shoulders, leaving them with a sense of peace that none of them had ever known. It was not the ending anyone had expected, but it was the only one that made sense. Nia smiled as the sun set over the horizon, knowing that, for the first time in centuries, she was free. This story, while filled with the agony of betrayal and heartbreak, reveals the complexities of love that often go unspoken. Love is not always about choosing one person over another. It is not always neat, simple, or easy. Sometimes, love is messy. Sometimes, love is shared. And sometimes, it requires breaking the rules we thought were unbreakable. In the end, Nia's decision was not just about breaking a curse, it was about rewriting the story of her love, on her own terms. And in doing so, she found freedom not just for herself, but for Amani and Malik as well. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to Echoes of Africa YouTube channel for more captivating folktales.